Okay, so what we're going to do here is we will adjust this. So we're going to go into image and canvas size. And then here, let's change it back to inches. And we can keep it this way. Ordinarily, you'd probably want to resize it to numbers that make sense. In this case, we literally just want to double the width of it. So I can multiply 45 times 2. So we'll go ahead and keep it the way it is.
Or if your image is already a 3x4, then you're just doing a 6-inch width.
Exactly.
Depends if you've already cropped it.
So yeah, in that case, if we go ahead and do, let's see, sorry. Let's change the image size on this one to 3x4. And
your resolution was 72. Does that matter?
For this example,
okay.
No. But again, like you said before, we want to make sure that we keep that resolution high to keep the quality. And let's just do the same thing on this one here very quickly to keep that prepped. And we'll zoom back into that. Okay. So on this one here, we're going to go to Image, Canvas Size, and then we're going to change the width. So again, like I said before, we're going to double the width. So in this case, it's going to be 432. And this is very important. If we go ahead and hit OK on this, that's what's going to happen. Okay. We don't want to do that because we want to force the image to the one side. So let's undo that. And we're going to go back into canvas size, and we'll change it back to 432. And we're going to use this anchor here, and we're going to say anchor it to the left side of the canvas. And we'll say OK. And now we've got that anchored to the left-hand side. Now we're going to go over to the other picture, and I'm going to do select all. And so the whole image is now selected, and I will copy that. And I will switch back over to this tab here, and I will paste it. Now, it generally places it right in the center of the canvas. Not a big deal because we have layers, right? So we now have a second layer. We're going to take that layer and drag it over to the side. So now we have a single 4x6, 6x4.
That's what people want to know.
So that's how we do that.
You said why you did pixels over inches, like the 400 and whatever. I didn't get that. So is that the same?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So we're all used to thinking in terms of inches for photos. When we go back and think about the dots per inch or pixels per inch, right? That's the number of pixels per inch of print. So either or, it does the same thing in both ways. I work in pixels most of the time, so I just double.
I work in inches.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about inches then.
Yeah,
okay.
and so I totally get where he was coming from explaining that, and so I'll just address the question and the way that I do it. Like he said, there's so many ways to do it. Same concepts of what you just watched, but my process is I crop this image 3x4, just like he was showing. Crop this image 3x4, crop this image 3x4, and I'm going to make this 3x4 now a 4x6 canvas, and then I'm going to take that 3x4, and I actually don't even copy and paste. I drag that image and drop it into the other image and scoot it over, and there's my 4x6. Same concept, but just done slightly different.
I was just wondering if there was a higher resolution to doing it in pixels or inches.
No, and that's a good point. Just to clarify, there is no difference in quality when you do that. If you can look at the screen here, there's lots of different ways that we can measure the size of an image. The one that I usually work in is pixels, so that's what I'm comfortable with. You guys work in inches. Some people, believe it or not, work in centimeters or millimeters or whatever. So the idea here is what we're doing is just whatever unit we're working in, we just double that. So in this case here, we'll change it to inches, and this is in the canvas size tool. We change it to the unit of measure that we're comfortable with, that we're used to using, and then from there, everything else should make sense.
Did you have something that you wanted to add or ask?
When you do the two images on one canvas, the one thing that I learned the hard way that you have to do is you have to flatten the image so that when you look over on the right side, they all become one image before you save it and print it. I learned that from you.
Oh. Okay. I probably learned it from him.
And I learned it from Google.
There we go.
So we're all good.